Valley High School. Today we're going to review the lunch routines when we eat here in our cafeteria. So this will be a review of everything you need to know. So far, things are looking really good, and we just want to make sure we're clear with our expectations. First of all, what makes a lunch? A lot of people are confused about this. So basically, you need to choose 3 to 5 different components. So you can see the 5 components are fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. You need to have at least 3 of these, and one of them must be a fruit or a vegetable. Could you have all 5? Yes, you can have all 5: a fruit, a vegetable, some sort of grain, protein, and dairy if you want it. So you'll select what you want for your main entree, a fruit or a vegetable, and if that makes up your 3, you can be done. And if you want, you can also have milk or juice on top of that. But you don't have to once you hit the 3. When you come down to the cafeteria, always enter on the left side. And as you're going in, form a line. We've been really good at that. Keep it going. There are several different television displays. I think there's at least 3 around the cafeteria. Use these to decide what you're going to have to eat. This sign shows something for lunch, but there's also breakfast options during breakfast. So you can see exactly what's available, and you can see the 5 options. And remember, 3, 4, or 5 of those options is what you need to make up a lunch, and it is cheaper when you select a lunch. So look it up online. There's a link on the weekly newsletter that you can use if you want to look ahead. So be decisive, keep the line moving. The first option when you enter after you take a tray, and everybody should take a tray, is the box office. The box office has salads and sandwiches. You can grab one of these and go right to the checkout, especially if it's a salad. It has everything you need. You can decide if you want a drink or not. You might also get a sandwich, which would be your protein and your grain. And then you would need to grab a fruit or vegetable with that, and you can choose a drink also. The main line is called the clubhouse. It has the 2 main entrees for the day. So it always has 2 entrees. It's usually the most popular. It's usually the longest line. That's fine. If you want that, stay in the line going straight ahead, but stay to the left, because if you don't want one of these 2 options, you have other options, and you can go on the right side and to the right and join and go find your other options. What are they? There are 2 other options. One is at the Scholars Bistro, and the other is at the Skybox. Again, look ahead so that you know what your favorite thing is, and you can go to one of those 2 as soon as you enter. Now, after you have your main entree, it is important, because you are required to have a fruit or a vegetable to make a lunch, that you go through the fruit vegetable lines, and that is either stage left or stage right. Most of you go to stage right, and that is the longer line, but if you go to stage left, it might be faster. Last, you may choose a milk or juice as part of your lunch. You don't have to, not required. If you grab a water, however, that is an extra cost. So we call the extra cost a la carte. It's something extra. Now you go through the checkout lane. You'll grab the silverware. Only take what you need. If you only need a fork, only get a fork. You don't need all of the silverware. There is another option for other a la carte options. You can see some chips and different things there. Those are extra. Make sure you know your student ID so you can enter it right there. And all the way through the line, always be courteous, say thank you. Everybody in there has worked very hard to give you a good, healthy lunch, and they've worked hard for you. So say thank you. Now, after you've checked out, you can go find the condiment table. I call this the fun part. I always like to add condiments to everything. So as you do this, try not to make a mess. But if you do, because sometimes the tray falls or whatever, just go get help. We'll help you. The expectations in the cafeteria. You can see your 4CP. We show respect. We throw away our trash. If we drop something, we pick it up. Our dishes and trays go on the conveyor, and we stay seated until the bell rings. We want to keep our cafeteria safe and clean. So we also want to practice proper etiquette. Things like chewing with your mouth closed, not talking while you have food in your mouth, using a napkin, use a utensil instead of your fingers. Keep food and trash on the tray only. It shouldn't be on the table or on the floor. And just enjoy some table conversations and at an appropriate level. Please do not throw away silverware, trays, or plates. Only trash should be in the trash bin. If we lose silverware, trays, or plates, that is an added cost to the kitchen. And then they have to make up that cost by not offering as many things or by raising the cost of the actual lunch. So you can help by keeping costs down and make sure that you do not throw away silverware, trays, or plates. When you are done eating, you should take your trays and trash to the tray return. You can put the whole tray right there. You don't have to do anything more than that. Put the tray in the conveyor. Those of you who leave things at the table, you leave people working in the cafeteria, like Mr. Whelan here, sad because they have to pick up after you. If you see any adult in the cafeteria who needs help, you can help grab a tray from them so they don't have to. And better yet, why don't we just all take care of our own stuff? And it is okay for you, as a good friend, showing Tiger Pride, to remind somebody to pick up their stuff. Another option is you can put your trash in the trash bin, your silverware in the silverware bin, and you can put your empty tray on the conveyor belt. This does save time for the workers, and it's just good practice because this is what you should do when you go out to eat and when you're at home. At breakfast, especially, try to put your silverware on the tray um, or in the silverware bin from the previous slides. That makes it so they're not so easily thrown away. It's also hard for sometimes to pull the silverware and everything out of that plastic bin or plastic holder, and so it's just easier for the workers if you can take those out, and we don't lose as much silverware too. After you put your tray away, return to your table. Students are expected to stay seated until the bell rings. Yes, you can go use the bathroom, and yes, you can get a drink, but then you need to go back and sit down. If we're standing up in the hallways or in the alley aisles, then you can cause problems that would be difficult for us to evacuate or be able to get somewhere quickly. We do have another a la carte option that's called Tiger Paws. And you can see the television display there. You have more options that you can purchase. Students should only be in this area if they're waiting to buy something. Otherwise, they should be seated at their table. This is not a place just to stand around and talk. All right, microwaves. If you have something to warm up or you want to warm up what you just purchased, you can use one of our mini microwaves. There's at least 3 of them located around the cafeteria. If you have unopened food like a banana here or a juice or a milk that you have not opened that's still in good shape, you can put them next to the microwave. And others, if you're still hungry, you can grab these things and eat them. If there is something in a wrapper that is not opened, you could also put that there. The cafeteria does get full, so have a plan for where you're going to be seated. And you may have to share tables. If there's 4 extra seats, you might need to take those 4 extra seats. Again, don't stand in the walkways. Sit down until the bell rings. You can eat outside in the courtyard. If you do go out there, it is a place to eat. Pick up your trash. It isn't a recess spot, so there's not really any running around. And even though there's a gate back there, you cannot leave through that gate. That gate is just for emergency purposes. If we see you leaving that gate or coming in that gate, you can expect to be questioned. You will be expected to stay in the cafeteria except to use the bathroom and return. The band doors are locked. There are administrators, counselors, and the SRO in the cafeteria and the commons area. If for some reason you eat breakfast and or eat lunch and you're a senior and you want to leave, you can leave the west entrance only. So enjoy your lunch. If you have a pass to go somewhere after lunch, you may show it to one of these people who are helping keep everybody in the cafeteria, and then they will let you go. We're here to help you. So if you have any problems at lunch or you have frustration with somebody or something, go to one of the adults and we can help you take care of things. We want your cafeteria experience to be safe and fun and enjoyable. All right, Dr. C signing out. Go Tigers.